Am I the jerk for not showing our house? Would you let a contractor treat your private property like a public open house without asking you first? My husband and I bought a house last year that has been undergoing a full renovation. It is currently empty, though we have already started moving some of our personal belongings inside. The builder we hired came highly recommended because he had done work at my in-laws' home and my husband's uncle's house. Because he has done work for a lot of the family, he has become friends with my father-in-law, and his wife is friends with my mother-in-law. Despite these connections, my husband and I only interact with him in a professional capacity as our builder, and we do not know him well personally. A couple of weeks ago, our neighbor messaged my husband saying he saw the builder and 3 or 4 other men coming out of the side passageway of our house. The neighbor recognized one of the men as someone living a few doors down, so we asked what they were doing at our property. The man claimed his brother bought a house nearby and was looking for a builder, so our contractor was showing him the work he had done on our home. When our neighbor asked if the owners had given permission, they insisted that they were there with the builder. My husband and I were shocked. We had not been informed, and even if we had been, we would not have allowed it. Our house had already been broken into twice, and I am already anxious about being there alone with my young baby while my husband is at work. Yesterday, I called the builder to ask when he would be back to finish the outstanding work. He said next week, then asked if we were currently at the house. I said yes, assuming he wanted to point out the remaining jobs. Instead, he told me he had customers on the way to look at our kitchen because they wanted to see his craftsmanship in person. I decided this was the time to set a boundary. I told him we were not happy that he had invited strangers into our home without permission before and was about to do it again. I offered that he could take pictures or videos, but I was not okay with strangers inside. He responded, well, they are on their way now and they don't want to see pictures or videos because they can be deceiving. They want to see the kitchen in person. Do I tell them to turn back or not? I don't know why I didn't just say no, but my husband and I reluctantly agreed, under the impression that it would only be for the kitchen. When they arrived, my husband took them straight to the kitchen, but they started treating the place like a showroom, opening our drawers and cupboards. When the builder said they wanted to see the upstairs rooms and bathrooms, I put my foot down. I told them they could see the downstairs toilet, but I was not comfortable with them going upstairs. My husband offered to send them photos of the upstairs instead, which they accepted. Once they left, the builder was furious, claiming we were rude. I explained that he had only told us they wanted to see the kitchen, and regardless, we were unhappy about the lack of permission. I calmly explained that because the house had been broken into before, I was worried about my safety. Instead of empathizing, he argued that he knew these people and would never associate with bad people. I told him that was fine, but we didn't know them and didn't want them in our home. He handed the house keys back to us, and when I asked about the outstanding work, he said he would coordinate with my father-in-law to finish the job when he could let him in. He was clearly offended, and although I apologized if I had said anything wrong, I maintained that we just needed him to ask for permission. He argued that since we gave permission for them to come see the house, we should have let them see everything. We were at an impasse. Later, I told my mother-in-law what happened. She had a missed call from the builder and called him back. I could hear her agreeing with him, never once advocating for our safety concerns. After hanging up, she told me he refuses to come back because I was rude. She said he feels he is like family and thought it was acceptable to bring customers into an empty house. My point is, if we were living there, he would have asked permission. So why does it matter that it's empty? Also, if these people aren't strangers to him, why isn't he showing their houses instead of ours? My mother-in-law is now angry at me for allegedly ruining their relationship. So, am I the jerk for not wanting strangers in my house without my permission?